why we are talking to a tribalist tonight.
From the opening seconds, citizentv Yvonne Okwara set the tone. Her first question didn't just probe Rigathi Gachagua politics. It subtly nudged the conversation into the murky water of tribal narrative, laying the ground for a charged debate. Let's watch the video.
Thank you, Yvonne. First and foremost, welcome to my home. I've lived here for the last 30 years, and I'm happy to have you here. In fact, it's the day I've looked forward to have an interview with you. I'm your great admirer. And when you signed my visitor's book as Yvonne, it confirms that Rigathi, the man from the village, is getting a little bit more sophisticated. Because all my life I've had Josephine, Agnes, Purity, Mercy. Yvonne is sophistication. Welcome. Narratives are created in this country. And my former boss, William Ruto, is a master of narratives. He's very good. And when he's okay with you and your friends, he says nice things about you. When I and him were getting along, when I was assisting to be president, he had very kind words about Rigathi Gachagua, a great mobilizer, a people's man, a great strategist, a man who loves the people, a man who cares about the people issues. But the minute we fell out, he labeled me as a tribalist. And it's something that he has been preaching in every meeting, so that he can justify the people of Kenya why, after I helped to make him president, he hounded me out of office. He had to create a narrative because he had to come with something that can sell.
But instead of Rigathi Gachagua raising anger, a composed and deliberate Gachagua calmly retaliated. With measured words, he shifted spotlight onto President William Ruto, accusing him of orchestrating a campaign of tarnishing his name. Gachagua framed his ouster not as a mere political fallout, but as part of deliberate narrative, a slogan-driven attempt by Ruto to brand him as the problem while consolidating power. As the interview was on, Gachagua introduced another vocabulary as a nationalist of Kenya to counter the tribalist name. Now from tribalism to nationalism, Gachagua flipped the script. In the heat of the interview, he dismissed the tribal tag and instead cast himself as a nationalist. Let's listen to this video.
Yvonne, the man before you is a great nationalist. He's a man who loves Kenya, who has never uttered anything negative against another community. He loves his community, yes, but that does not mean he hates other communities. I would challenge anybody with a single utterance that Rigathi Gachagua has ever made against another community. And if you want to know that this man is a nationalist, against all odds, when Uhuru Kenyatta, my kinsman and my former boss, wanted me to support Raila Odinga, and he is my kinsman, had I been tribal, I would have listened to Uhuru Kenyatta. I went ahead to support William Ruto. When I supported William Ruto, I knew he's not a Kikuyu, he's not Embu, he's not Meru, he's Kalenjin. But I did support him. And my community, the one that I had, supported him to a man. In fact, we gave him 87% of our votes. And the other 13%, there was another guy from Kikuyuni called Mwaura. We didn't give him the 13%. We gave 13% to Raila Odinga alone. That tells you that Rigathi Gachagua and his people are not tribal. And it's not that we did not know. We were quite conscious that they don't speak our language.
Mr. Gachagua, the people who are calling you a tribalist and those who are calling you an ethnic extremist are Kenyans. So I'm talking about the feedback that viewers, ordinary Kenyans from all walks of life,
Of course, because
are
the
saying.
narrative has been driven.
So this is not the president speaking. These are Kenyans who are saying this.
I am saying the narrative has been driven. and perpetuated by William Ruto and his supporters, who are unhappy that I don't support him anymore, since they have nothing else against me. I'm a man of incredible integrity. I'm a man with proven track record of performance. They have nothing else they can say against Rigathi Gachagua. So William Ruto and his supporters, they are the ones you are calling Kenyans. So they are Kenyans, yes. They are the ones who drive that narrative. But I challenge.
Those are President William Ruto's supporters,
yes,
those
yes.
who say that?
Yes, they
Is
are
that your contention
They are
tonight?
his supporters. They are the Ndwales of this world. You know, the Oscar Sudis of this world, the Farouk Kibets of this world. These are President William Ruto supporters. And their beef with me, when I was supporting William Ruto, they had very kind words.
The entry of three names, Aden Duale, Oscar Sudi, and Farouk Kibet, staunch defender of William Ruto, flipped the script. What was once a national chorus, branding him as a tribal chief, dwindled down to just three voices to the pack. Rigathi Gachagua also reiterated that there are no Kenyans who sit somewhere as Kenyans. That was the fiery opening line from Rigathi Gachagua, the man many call him truthful man. He hammered home the point that every community should embrace its identity and proudly speak its language. To drive it further, Gachagua cited President Ruto's own meetings, first with Abagusi, then with the Kiambu people inside State House itself. Let's listen to this video.
Because those people speak their language. And by the way, Yvonne, let nobody feel embarrassed about speaking the language. Even the preamble of the Constitution acknowledges the ethnic diversity of the Kenyan nation and why people must be proud of where they come from. And that is why you find the Abagusi are in a church in Baltimore, and there's an interpreter to interpret the sermon in the Kisii language. That is the nature of the Kenyan nation, and there's nothing Rigathi can do about it.
Why not organize them or congregate them as Kenyans and then listen to their collective issues, which you can then try to seek to address?
That's exactly what we did. I had two types of meetings. I had town hall meetings for all Kenyans across 4 communities. Then there were communities that invited me for meetings to discuss issues that are unique to those communities, because communities are not, they have their own unique issues that do not transcend across the country. And I want to ask you a question. I don't want to ask you, I don't want to ask you the question, but let me point out, last week William Ruto met the Abagusi community in State House. The Kambas were not there, the lawyers were not there, nobody asked a question. Tomorrow.
Mr. Gachagua?
No, I'm asking.
Mr. Gachagua?
I'm just saying.
Allow me to interject.
Yeah.
I'm speaking with Mr. Gachagua tonight.
I know, I'm just giving
Not
an
with President
example.
William Ruto.
I'm just giving an example.
Perhaps when we get to interview him,
I'm just giving an example if only that this thing happens everywhere. Tomorrow morning, the president is meeting 5,000 people from Kiambu. The people from Machakos are not there.
So because he does it, then that makes it okay?
Because they are coming to discuss issues that are unique to that region. Okay? So when I went to the United States, I had town hall meetings for all Kenyans put together, and they were full packed, and we discussed issues to do with Kenya. On the sidelines, community-based organizations in the United States invited me to engage with them about their own issues, their own culture, their own traditions. There are things that do not transcend alongside our communities. When I went to Seattle,
Kenya's story is still unfolding. The next chapter might just change everything. I, Peter Mukango, and this is where politics stops being headlines and starts being reality. Stay sharp, stay tuned, as the game is far from over.